M3 versus M2. Apple released the M3 iPad almost a month ago, and with the M2 iPad Air still floating around, a lot of people might be wondering which iPad is better. So if you're a student or maybe someone that works from home, or you just need an iPad for emails and games, this video is going to be for you because we're going to be comparing important things like design, display, performance, and battery life of these two iPads. And at the end, hopefully you're going to come to a conclusion and know which one's better for you. Starting with the display, both iPads come in at 11 inch and 13 inches. I personally have the 11 inch because I think it's a little bit more portable for me. Now both have the Liquid Retina XDR displays, making it very good for watching content, writing notes, and you won't strain your eyes too much during long Teams meetings. On a more technical sense, they both have fully laminated displays with P3 color gamut support and 500 nits brightness. So that means that watching the latest episode of Daredevil looks the same on whatever of the two iPads you end up with. So this would be a tie. Next, I want to talk a little bit about the design. The M3 iPad Air and the M2 iPad Air are essentially identical iPads when it comes to their looks. The colors are the same and they both come in purple, blue, starlight, and space gray. In terms of design, they look the same. There's no big stylistic changes of the M3 over the M2. Seriously, the M3 is not any thinner and the fingerprint scanner is in the exact same location. They really took the same shell and brought it over. And that means that there will be no advantage for anyone to really get the M3 over the older M2 if you cared about design. Now, before we get into performance, I do want to say that both iPads are exceptionally great at getting things done. But with that said, there's still a major way that you can elevate your experience, and that's where today's sponsor, Moft, comes in. This is the Moft Dynamic Folio, which is a creative space for whenever you're on the go. The Folio is incredibly light and thin, making it very easy to carry around with you to the coffee shop, maybe the office, or if you're just chilling on the couch, it's got a mode for you. The Moft Dynamic Folio allows you to shift and tailor your iPad experience by offering 5 conventional angles that transform your iPad from a flat screen to the ultimate light floating workspace. Let's look at a few of my favorite modes. Flow creation mode is perfect for days that I have long meetings at work and I'm able to take notes at my desk or whenever I'm on the go and I don't really feel fatigued. It's also great for 4K video editing and adding a little bit of touches to my videos. Next, there's floating theater mode, which makes the iPad at a perfect height and handy for whenever you're watching YouTube videos for hours. Personally speaking, I watch YouTube videos for hours and I'm proud of my addiction. When I want to feel a little bit more productive, I can use it as a second screen for research while I flesh out video scripts. Speaking of second screens, there's also a dual screen mode, which is mad handy for when I need to use my phone and I take meeting notes, or let's say I just need small details and I need to use my phone for research as I write out scripts. It fits my iPhone perfectly, and artists in particular will find it very useful because they're able to use their iPhone as a reference while they draw. Days that I have to read boring reports or scroll through Twitter or X or whatever it's really called, I use portrait mode. The Folio also has some neat little design tricks, like coming with a magnetic pencil holder, making it easy for me to carry around my Apple Pencil. This thing is incredibly light, portable, and that means that carrying it with me in my bag has not been an issue so far due to the soft materials. So if you want to make your life a lot easier with a case that ups your productivity, creativity, and is ultra light, then go ahead and check out the Moft Dynamic Folio now. Link is in the description below. Now let's talk about speed and performance. This is where we can find a difference. So the newest iPad features the M3 chip and the older one is the M2 chip. This will result in around a 15% boost in performance. While it is a small boost, launching apps feel generally the same. It's the same experience, and even gaming is very similar. So for things like taking notes or video editing, I don't really think there is a huge benefit to get the M3 over the M2, but I will be fair and say that the M3 does have a media engine that supports 8K, ProRes, and other video formats for editors. While the M3 does win this round, it's only really a technicality, and the M2 is power enough to do all of those things. Apple quoted the M3 and M2 as having 10 hours of web surfing, and in my day-to-day use, I get really the same amount of use out of both of them. Like, they both last me an entire day, which includes checking emails, browsing the web, and shopping online, editing videos. They both are the exact same. All right, so that's pretty much it. The M3 and M2 iPads are virtually the same, besides the boost in performance. So if you have the M2, don't even bother to upgrade, it's not worth it. But if you have an older iPad, like maybe the first gen Air or the second gen, and you want the latest and greatest, then you can really go for the M3 chip. But even then, I'd still think that maybe you can look at the M2 on the refurbished market and save the extra coin. Lord knows we all need it. Let me know down below in the comments your thoughts, and I'll be sure to respond. Thank you so much. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.